Alright, welcome to the FS Distillery, the Rum Cellar solo instance. I'm going to do a quick little run through here so some people may not be as confused as they were at the beginning. Hopefully this helps. Upon zoning in, click on the Dead Broken Skull Pirate, receive his quest. Sometimes, if you haven't been in here before, you'll see a wine bottle sticking out of the rocks. You can go ahead and pick that up. It'll give you the daily or weekly quests. It'll be 99 bottles of rum and 11 bottles of rum. Basically, you're going to listen to your parrot. He'll tell you what to do. Sometimes he can be a little confusing. But as you saw from the zoning, I stuck to the left wall, came up to this first lift. So we'll click on the little thing here, lower the platform. You want to right click the post and go all the way up to the top floor. Now, like the bird just said, stick to the rocks. So you're just going to kind of go along here on the sides. Aggro radius of these mobs, I think somewhere around 10-12 meters. I honestly don't know because I don't have distances set up on my screen. Once the captain walks away, these two exhausted guards will fall asleep. There they go. No longer aggro. So click on your door, go inside, and it now locks you to the instance at this point. Scooch up to about this first lever. You'll see the guard walking around. And just slowly creep your way around. I like to hug along the wall. And again, same thing for this one. Alright, there goes the mob. That door is locked, you can't go through there. So you're going to come over here to the right. And there's nothing aggro in this room. And here's your quest giver. Pick up your shiny. And just click through the little chat window until you get your quest. Normally there'd be another wine bottle here on the wall. You can see one mob there. There's one there. Wait for her to get a little ways away. And repeat the process out of the room. When you get down here, don't get onto the cobblestone because you do, they'll aggro. You can see the captain's coming, the mobs are asleep. But normally, like I said, you kind of, when you get to the door, you just kind of want to move your mouse around, change your view so you could see whether they're asleep or not and where the captain's at. If they're awake like they are, wait a minute for them to fall asleep and then you could leave the room. Alright. So your first quest of exchange of favors, you need to find a bottle of Jason's Prestige Reserve. What you're going to do, once these mobs are asleep, scoot up a little bit so you can get your shiny. And of course I gain aggro. These mobs can be killed if you want to pull them back into the room. Some mobs you can attack, some you can. The two guards outside here, I'll even show you. See, there's the captain who's just aggroed on me and is going to port me to jail. Not what I wanted to do, but hey, shows y'all what you could do. Click on the door, pick any of the options, it doesn't matter. It's going to say he can't hear you. He'll come in, drag him into the room, and kill it. This allows you to escape the storage room. You got mobs to your right and to your left. So you're just going to go straight up here onto the rocks and jump down into the water. Try to avoid the fish. And you just want to make your way back north over to that first lift again. So back to the first lift, lift to high hold, lower the platform. All the way to the top. Alright. The Prestige Reserve that you need to get, I don't know if you can see the shiny on my screen, but it's right here at the tip of my arrow, where the hand is. You got the two mobs that are pathing up and down this platform. So what you're going to do, follow the rocks, go back over here. They're asleep. The mobs I killed were dead, so I can loot my shiny. And you have these 4 barrels you can interact with. Pick one up. And come over here, wait for the mob to path back down a bit. And you're going to place the barrel right here. Back away. You'll see once the mob gets close, the barrel's going to explode. Boom! And the mob goes flying into the water below. So we're going to go back, rinse and repeat the process. Damn it, somehow the captain saw me. There's like a little certain spot there that the captain really likes. If you get too close on the rocks, he'll see you. The fish will aggro you, but once you get back on land, they forget about you, just like they do out in Tranquil or Phantom Sea or anywhere else. So go run back to the lift again. You could see how this instance could be annoying if you constantly go to jail and it takes a while. Once you figure out the mob pathing though, it's really not bad, and it goes just as fast as any of the other AOM solo zones. My attention's a little split since I'm trying to talk to y'all and tell you how to do this. Alright, back asleep. Grab my exploding barrel. And because this spot where the captain's at tends to be the spot where he likes to spot me, I'll just kind of wait here until he paths away from the rocks a bit. Second barrel's placed. And this is going to be a bit of a wait since the mob's down at the bottom of the ramp. And here he comes. Barrel's getting ready to explode. And here he goes. Look, I can see my house from here. Whee! Alright, so both the mobs are gone from the ramp. We'll run all the way down. None of these bottles are interactable except for this one here that's glowing. This is the Prestige Reserve that you need for the quest. Grab yet another shiny. And back up the ramp and turn into the quest giver. So let's see where this guy is at. He's all the way over in the far left corner. So we'll wait for him to path around. Here he comes. Or I should say, here she comes. Into the room, hug the wall. Slow and measured steps so you don't get aggro. Alright, let's see where this one's at. Okay, this one's also over to the left. So I'm just going to duck right in. You can see there it is coming towards you. So we'll turn in our first quest. And pick up our second. This one's a little more fun. Ah, damn it. Once again, I got too close. Although sometimes it's actually a good thing getting caught. It just makes it quicker to go through. If you don't want to sit here and kill these mobs, if you're a wizard or a scout class, somebody who's got abscond or evacuate, you can pop that when you're in the jail. All it's going to do is throw you back to the zone in. I'll do that the next time I get caught just to show you. But we're going to go back to that first lift again. Alright, we're going to go all the way to the top floor. And you can see here on top of the fire, there's this torch. You want to go ahead and pick that up. Now we're going to take the lift, right click, we're going to go down one floor. This one actually has mobs pathing around. You can see you got the one that's coming up the ramp here. That one will turn around and you've got one that's coming towards us. So we're going to wait for this one to get here. But you can see where I'm mousing, there's these interactable barrels, and we're going to use those to spill the rum. The first two you can get to relatively easily when this guard is away, but the third one you actually have to be really close. Sometimes you'll go to jail. So you'll click on the first keg, spilling rum. Click on the second keg, start spilling rum. And this third one here is right where he turns around, so you kind of want to run in, tap it, and back out before you get aggro. If you do get aggro, don't worry about it. You just go to jail, you come back, you do it again. Now we're going to take the platform lever, we're going to go down one floor. So there were 3 kegs on this one we had to tap, and there's going to be 3 kegs on this one we have to tap. This one has no mobs, so you could just run right through it. So first one, second one, and the third one is over here. There we go. So 3 up top, 3 down here. You need to go ahead and equip the torch. It'll ask if you need to attune it, yes. And then you're going to click on the puddle. You're going to light the rum on fire. Back away. If you get too close, you catch on fire. Don't worry about it. All you got to do is jump down into the water and swim for a little bit. It'll put the fire out. Re-equip your weapon. Not really needed since you're not killing anything in here. Alright, So now that this is on fire, we're just going to drop down into the water and get back up onto the land. So down there we had the first platform. You're going to come over here. You've got the second platform. It may tell you that it requires an activation key. With the first quest done, this switch is now active. You don't want to take this one though, because it'll take you into some mobs that'll put you in jail. You want to come over here to this third lift, which is lift to the heating vats. So we'll go ahead and click on this one to lower the platform. And there's only one option, top floor. So we'll go up. And there's really nothing here. There's no mobs in the immediate area. You got some there on that ramp. No shiny. You've got a mob here that'll path up. Just kind of watch its distance. But instead, we're going to take this catwalk to the lift to the boilers. So we'll lower the platform. You got some mobs down here that'll path up. Don't worry, you can get on the lift without aggroing them. And we're going to take this one up to the top floor. Now here you have 4 boilers. You've got a table out here, and you've got Peter Cromwood who's going to be walking around. So what we're going to do, let him path away a little bit. He checks on the little boilers before he continues pathing. Grab our shiny. Come over to the table, and we're going to grab this wrench. And we'll come back over here to the lift. You want to go ahead and equip the wrench. Again, needs to be attuned. And you could see, if you mouse over these nubs, these are the steam valves. When Peter gets to the opposite side of the boiler, you're going to go ahead and click on the steam valves, and it'll release steam or molasses, hurt him, and he will run over to check on it. So I like to start with the far left one. He won't aggro. And you just kind of need to guesstimate that once he disappears behind the boiler, I'll count 3, 2, 1, click it, and then move quickly, because he's going to run around the boiler, as you see, to go check on that steam valve. He'll tighten it down, and then he will run back over to his starting point, and then he'll start pathing again. So then we're just going to wait here by this second one. Three, two, one, click. Again, run out of the way, because he runs around. He'll tighten down that one. I think you kind of get the point of what's happening here. You need to use all 4 boilers in order to go ahead and, or actually you need to hit them 4 times. You don't have to use all 4 boilers. Sometimes you can reuse the same ones. There's a little bit of a wait time like a minute or so cool down before you can reuse it. But I just find it easier to go ahead and start with the left, work your way to the right, and just use all four. Alright, so he's been hit with steam and molasses a couple of times here. He's hurt. This last one will go ahead and trigger it. It'll knock him unconscious, and we go around. We loot his body for the second bottle of wine, rum. And click. Alright, and there he is, unconscious. Click on his body, and we have the bottle of C01. So now we go back to the quest giver. And you can either take the lifts again, or you can just go ahead and fall down into the water and run back to that first lift. So we're back to lift high hold, lower the platform, all the way to the top. Alright, where's the captain? There she is. Alright, guards are asleep. There's the cleric. Once again, go through the quest line. Doesn't really matter what you pick as your options. And get his third quest. So now you need to recover a crate of rum. This one's actually fairly easy. Here comes the cleric. Let her path away. As you can see, a lot of waiting, a lot of sneaking. I think it's a welcome change from all the other solo zones where it's just run, kill mobs, kill a boss, run, kill mobs, kill a boss. It's a nice change of pace. At least for me. Other people may not agree. There goes the mob. Kind of adjust my view. Alright, she's in the corner. Alright, they're asleep. Captain's away. Okay, so for this one, we need to go. Alright, I don't know if you can see these little red steam vents on the floor where my mouse is. That's the area we need to get to. So, easiest way to do that one I'm just going to go jump in the water. Is to come back around to this third platform we were doing before. The lift to the heating vats. Go up to the top floor. Whew, that was close. I almost fell down into that little crack. Alright. So instead of taking the catwalk, this time we're going to come down here. Like I said, you got this mob pathing around. You can either wait for the mob to path, or you can do what I just did, take the rocks around. And we're going to go... Alright, you see Bull McLaren here. I'm going to wait on him to path away. Grab my little shiny. And we're going to come over here to this lift. Too far away to interact. No, what am I doing? There's one right here. Lower the platform. Raise the platform. So, as you can see, level 106 named. Can't kill them. Don't worry about them. No shinies. And you just kind of make your way over to the other side of this little sugarcane lift. And you see this crane press lever. So we'll get close enough we can interact with it. Lower the level. And Bull McLaren gets hit with a bunch of steam and water and everything else. Goes running, jumps down into the water to stop the burning. So now we'll take this other platform, the opposite side of the one we came up on. Go down to the bottom floor. Which puts us right back here by these steam vents. We're going to go ahead and walk down the catwalk. Click on this third crate. And we pick up the crate of rum. And now we go back to, you guessed it, the very beginning. So we'll go run around. Back to lift high hold, lower the platform. As you can see on the map so far, nobody's put any POIs in here if you're using EQ2 map updater. I'm sure at some point somebody will. It's not going to be me. labeling the different lifts and where you go. Back up to the top. There's sleep. Kind of rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Mob's over in the corner. So go ahead and wait on her to path. You know, better to be cautious than to rush things and keep going to jail. Alright, mob's over on the side, so let's go in. And again, click through your quest dialog. He's too drunk to remember he agreed to anything, passes out. Click on his bag. And it's going to give you the explosive charges, the key to the tank lift. And you could choose a house item here, either his Prestige Reserve or the Busted Farsees crate. You do this enough times, you'll get both. You'll get multiples of both. Cleric's walking away. Apparently I never re-equipped my weapon from using the wrench on Peter. Alright, mob's over into the corner. Come on out of the room. They're asleep, but here comes the captain, so they're about to pop up. You can also watch it in the chat window as well. If you get in range and they're saying zzz, you can go ahead and run out. If they're chatting, wait. Got my screen turned to the side. Yep, there we go. Mob's legs just came out, so they fell asleep. So now, another fun part. Once again, I'm just going to jump down into the water. And go run around over here. We're going to need to get up into this area where you see all those vats. So I'm just going to take... No, can't use the lift to the boilers. Went one too far. Take the heating vat lift again. run down here. Just watch out for your mom. She's pathing towards us, so just kind of run over here out of the way. Alright, so we're over at the fermentation field. And as you can see, after we came in here to the right, there's a green barrel. That's letting you know that you're going to take all of these interactable exploding barrels and you're just going to stack them right there on the green barrel. And you need to stack 4 of them. Doesn't need to be exact. You can put them in a row. I'm a little OCD, so I like to go ahead and put them all right on top of each other. Alright, now that we have all 4 of them stacked, right click the barrels and you're going to set your explosive charges. And now we're going to go ahead and run away. And get ready for a blinding flash of white. Now, I guess I got out of range of that. Normally my screen goes all white when the bomb goes off. So, one of the little fermentation tanks fell. You got your rum spilling out. All these mobs are going to come running. Don't worry, they don't come close. They're all going to stop right there. This is actually the jail, the storage room you get ported to when you get caught by the guards. So, you now have these 2 deceased sages that were standing guard from when the explosion went off. You're going to click on the one closest to you and receive his grappling bow. Then you're going to come over here, and one of these tanks is going to be interactable. You're going to click on it and you're going to climb to the top. You see your little white sparkly spot you're going to stand in. You're going to face this little house over here. Equip the bow. And then click on your white spot on the ground. Fire a nice little zip line across the way. Here it is. Re-equip your normal weapon, ranged weapon. And click on the zip line. There's a lift here. You couldn't use it before. That's why you had to do the zip line route. As you walk around, there will be other barrels sticking out of the wall here of the house that you can get. You've got this sewer grate. If you click it, all it's going to do is flush you down the pipe down to the water below. So don't want to use that. No shinies outside of the house. I always do a run around just to be sure. And then come back over to the zip line. Now you see there's this crate here. If you change your view angle, there's 6 bottles of rum in there. If you mouse over each one, it'll give you a nice little description. Pirate's lucky break. She likes to sip on it when wishing well upon others. Kithcore Island Estates. when she remembers working on Wanderer's Dock. Seafaring Lady, 1154. It reminds her of the ship that brought her out here. FSTC Limited Edition. She'll drink it in honor of her friends, her fellow Farseas traders. Fool's Royal's Cask, in honor of those who have made her laugh. Rivervale Reserve, reminds her of back home. You want to remember these or write them down if your memory's not that great like mine, because once you go in to fight Portia, she's going to stop during the battle, run over, start drinking a bottle of wine, and you'll see a little emote in your chat box. You need to drink the same bottle, and their bottles are scattered throughout the room, in order to continue to attack her. Depending on your DPS, you'll only have to do it once. If you're going in with a tank who doesn't really do great DPS, she may emote, 3 or 4 times during the course of the fight. So we'll go into the room, grab our shiny, she's going to come in and start attacking her. At about 90% or so, she's going to run away. Yep, see, there she is. Drinks her on me. So she takes a swig in honor of the ship that brought her here. That was the Seafaring Lady. So I'm going to drink that. And you have successfully paired your rum with Portia's. So now you can go ahead and continue to attack her. And I did enough DPS that I was able to kill her in the one shot. So accept your quest. The bird's owner, Sharanda, comes back, does a little speech. Nothing you need to pay attention to. In the meantime, go ahead and loot your chest. Get your shiny. Another shiny on the table. Alright, now that Chandra's ported away, Nibbles will start eating Portia's corpse. You can see you can mouse over him. When you go to click him the first time, it'll offer you a quest. Go ahead and continue to click on him. The third time he gets annoyed, says that's enough, he'll turn attackable. And you can kill Nibbles, which is kind of satisfying since he's been an annoying pain in the ass this entire fight. He'll pop out an emote about energy building, so the south and west doors. So you want to run out the east. It says you take in a deep breath of fresh air. Go back inside. And once the bird finishes flying around the room, you can continue to attack him. And you kill him, you get some more Farron, finish a quest. And another treasure chest. Which gives you another little shiny. And some more junk loot. And that is it. That is the Rum Cellar FS Distillery Solo Zone. You come back out, run around, explore. I'll show you what it is when you click the drain pipe. All it does is just pop you back out in the water. I'll go run back out to the zone in. Now, if this was your first time doing any of the rum cellar stuff, you notice that all those broken skull mobs outside were non-aggro. After completing this quest, that is no longer the case. They will be aggro to you when you zone out. But luckily when you zone out, you're not within aggro range of them. I hope this video was informative and helped you all complete the rum cellar solo zone. Thank you much and have a great day.